Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. In this week's episode, we're going to be discussing all things budget. Let's go! Welcome to this week's Rogers McHugh YouTube video. So in this week's episode, we're going to be talking about the budget that's just been in the UK. So we've got a new Labour government, and I'm breaking the rules on what I would normally talk about, because normally I'd steer clear of religion and politics for obvious reasons. Irrelevant of what side of the fence you're on, there's normally a row and a discussion to be had. And at this moment in time, I'm not going to get into the intricacies of whether I think that the Labour government are the right government, but what I did want to discuss is whether it's a good or bad budget for business, and what you can do, I suppose, to push forward. And I think the disappointing thing from my point of view is that in the run up to the election, Labour's stance was that they were going to aim for growth, they were going to drive for economic growth, and that in turn would generate income for the country. And that is true, and I believe that is what they should have done. Spoiler alert, I don't believe that is what they have done. So taxes have gone up on businesses, and it's not a great budget for business. So without going through the statement line by line, I think the headline figures are obvious around the employer's national insurance, in that it's going up, the percentage is going up. Not only is the percentage going up, but the tax-free element of it is dropping down from just over £9,000 to £5,000. So effectively businesses will start paying employers' national insurance at a much earlier or a much lower base than they did previously. So it's going to impact costs, it's going to send businesses' costs up, and it's going to have knock-on effects to the supply chain. Do I think that's the right thing to do? No, I don't. I think they probably should have held it or even reduced it, to be quite honest. Corporation tax is still quite high in my opinion. VAT is still quite high in my opinion, especially in the service sector. We're seeing a lot of restaurants and bars closing at the minute. So children's entertainment places closing quite regularly as well. And part of the reason for that, in my opinion, is that VAT is too high in that sector. It could be done like it is in other countries, where the VAT is a higher level for services, products, and things like the service sector, it be lower. But that's not been done. So I don't think they should have put the employers' national insurance up. You may be sat there saying, well, you're a business owner, of course you're going to say that. But I'm saying that as a employer that's thinking about growing the business, growing the team, and it will have a knock-on effect to our ability to do that. So this is going to have a knock-on effect on employment, in my opinion. It will make people question whether they need that extra member of staff. It will make people shrink the workforce, I believe, because they possibly might have just about been making a profit. This is going to tip them into a loss, and they can't do that. So what can you do moving forward? Well, for me, the first thing to say is that irrelevant of whether it's red, blue or orange that are in, it doesn't matter. You've got to look out for yourself. Don't go into any budget hoping for any favours, because you won't get them, irrelevant of what colour is in 10 Downing Street. But what you can do is you need to be your own economy. So you can cry, you can be sad, you can mope about, you can get down, you can think, oh, brilliant, I've got 12 months of hardship in front of me. Or you can double down. You can grow your revenue, you can grow your profits, you can drive forward. There's going to be bumpy stages in the economy moving forward, but you can challenge that, you can get over that, you can diversify. You know, if you're a bakery, you can start selling different products. There's many things that you can do. You can add services to your offering so that you can try and increase your average customer value. So how much are your current customers spending with you, and can you get that up to make more profit? Because a lot of that would fall down to the bottom line. But you are your own economy. Don't sit there thinking the government are going to do you any favours. Drive your business forward, drive your activity, double down on effort, and make sure that you are making hay while the sun shines or rains. It doesn't matter. There's going to be enough work out there for you to make profit. You've just got to go and get it. And yes, it may not be as profitable as it once was because of the increase in taxes and the other changes that the government are making. However, you can still be profitable. So be your own economy, go and get that new client, go and explore other opportunities with your current client base and drive your business forward. So a little bit of a quick one this week. I didn't want to dwell on it too much. Like I said, I didn't want to go through it line by line. I certainly don't want to mope about it. Nothing that I say on this channel is going to change that. The government have made the decision. We've got to live by it. The difference now is, do we mope or do we get out there? Do we make things happen and do we drive our businesses forward? Or our desks if we're consultants. And for me, that's what I'm going to do. That's what my team are going to do. And I hope that's what you're going to do as well. I hope you've enjoyed this video. We'll be back to the usual content next week. However, if you have liked this video, put in the comments your thoughts on the budget. Put in the comments anything that you're going to do differently now since the budget was announced. But most importantly, subscribe to the channel. We're looking at growing the subscriber base and we can't wait to get the videos out to more people. And we'll see you next week.